Hey everyone, welcome to today's video, which is going to be my June TBR. I'm really excited to talk about my plans for June, and I'm really hoping that this month is better than last month. I was gonna say I really hope it pops off, but I'm just really hoping it's better than May was. So I didn't read a single book in May. That's fine. It was definitely a month of rest and relaxation for me. I'm just hoping that these next few months will be a little bit better. Like, really all I want is to be able to read 1 or 2 books. I wasn't even really able to get to my coffee break book club picks, which I guess technically you can say I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, but it was a DNF. So I didn't really read it, but it was a DNF. So like, yeah. So there is no May reading wrap up coming because that just makes no sense if I read 0 books. But we're hoping that I can read at least 1 or 2 in the next few months in summer, because summer is in general like pretty busy time of the year for people. But for me, this summer is going to be extremely busy because I am moving across the country and my brother's getting married. A lot is going on and a lot is happening in the next few months. So I want to keep up my reading game, but like there are big life things kind of in the way. In the best way possible, but they're in the way of my reading. So yeah, we're just working with it. Anyway, so let's talk about the books that I plan to read in June, and we'll see how it works out. But I am trying to keep it a manageable TBR anyways, because I have been in a little bit of a slump. I obviously don't want to put like 20 books on this TBR and then be even more overwhelmed and not pick up a single book. So I do have 7 books on this list. So let's go ahead and start with the 2 Coffee Break Book Club picks, which is the book club that I run with Janelle. And our primary pick for June is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is a very popular romance book that a lot of people are always raving about, so I do think that there's a good majority of people who have already read this. But if you haven't yet and you've been wanting to pick it up, I urge you to join our book club. We have a Discord and an Instagram you can follow. Now's the time to read this book. I can't wait any longer. Like, I've been seeing so many people talk about this being like such an amazing book, and it's childhood friends to lovers, which is beautiful to me. So I'm really excited for this. Like, I don't even know too much about it other than it's childhood friends to lovers, but I think it's also like second chance. Macy and Elliot, told in alternating timelines between then and now, teenage Elliot and Macy grow from friends to much more, spending weekends and lazy summers together in a house outside of San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favorite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. As adults, they have become strangers to one another until their chance reunion. Although their memories are obscured by the agony of what happened that night so many years ago, Elliot will come to understand the truth behind Macy's decade-long silence, and will have to overcome the past and himself to revive her faith in the possibility of an all-consuming love. So I'm very excited for this, and I'm really looking forward to discussing it with everyone who wants to join in the Discord and the live show that will be at the end of the month. And then our secondary book club pick is Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. I also was gonna mention that I don't have any other physical books on this list. This is the only one I have physically right now because everything else is already packed in boxes. As you can see right here, they're packed up or I haven't bought them yet. This one I am reading on Kindle Unlimited, so I thought that was perfect. I'm gonna read it on my Kindle, and it's super short too, so that's also gonna be really helpful for me this month. And the audiobook is on Scribd as well. This one is part of the Wayward Children's series that are like short novellas, and I don't know too much about it, but let me go ahead and just give you a little quick synopsis of it. Eleanor West's home for wayward children. No solicitations, no visitors, no quests. Children have always disappeared under the right conditions, slipping through the shadows under a bed or at the back of a wardrobe, tumbling down rabbit holes and into old wells and emerging somewhere else. But magical lands have little need for used up miracle children. Nancy tumbled once, but now she's back. The things she's experienced, they change a person. The children under Miss West's care understand all too well, and each of them is seeking a way back to their own fantasy world. But Nancy's arrival marks a change at the home. There's the darkness just around each corner, and when tragedy strikes, it's up to Nancy and her newfound schoolmates to get to the heart of the matter, no matter the cost. Okay, so that's very vague. Doesn't tell you much, but that's fine with me because I'm still intrigued to pick this up and see what it is all about. And I've heard really good things. I hope I like it so that I can continue with the series. Again, if this is one you've not read yet before, I would love it if you joined us in the book club. And And then next on my list is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. So this is the third book in the ACOTAR series. I am reading this because of the ACOTAR read-along that's hosted by Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads and Jess from Books Past Bedtime. They do have a Discord for this, and they've been reading one book a month, and so this month is ACOWAR. I'm looking forward to continuing with this series because I read ACOTAR and ACOMAF a while ago now, but it's time to pick up the third one and see how the rest unfolds. This one is one of the chunkier ones, so I am scared, but I will be having the audio to help me get through it. I know that it's more based around the plot than romance or anything else. I'm gonna have to find like the sweet spot in this month for me to pick that up because I don't want it to put me in another slump, and I would really like to get to it so I can talk about it with everyone in the read along and their live show that they're gonna have. Fingers crossed that that one goes well and I enjoy it. The next two I have are buddy reads that are planned for this month. One of them is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. And I know it's a little bit triggering and it has a lot of talk about sexual assault and abuse that our main character experiences as a young woman. I believe she's a teenager when she gets involved with her professor, I think. She becomes entangled in this affair. Okay, so it says, exploring the psychological dynamics of the relationship between a precocious yet naive teenage girl and her magnetic and manipulative teacher. Two timelines here: in the year 2000 when Vanessa's 15 years old, and then 2017. Amid the rising wave of allegations against powerful men, a reckoning is coming due. Strain has been accused of sexual assault by a former student who reaches out to Vanessa, and now Vanessa suddenly finds herself facing an impossible choice: remain silent, firm in the belief that her teenage self willingly engaged in this relationship, or redefine herself in the events of her past. But how can Vanessa reject her first love, the man who fundamentally transformed her and has been a persistent presence in her life? Is it possible that the man she loved as a teenager and who professed to worship only her may be far different from what she has always believed? Okay, so it is alternating between Vanessa's present and her past. So this is gonna be a heavy read for sure. Hopefully it's a good discussion because of the buddy read, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it's not too heavy. And then the other buddy read I do have this month is Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington, and this is a romance I've heard a lot about recently. I've seen it everywhere on Instagram and booktube. It has such an intriguing premise and a lot of people are really loving it, so I'm excited to get into it. Okay, so what I can remember from like listening to people explain this book is that it's about these two kids who meet on a rooftop one night on Valentine's Day where they planned to commit suicide, both of them, and they run into each other and convince each other not to go through with it and make a pact that they will meet up every year on Valentine's Day. But then the guy one year doesn't show up. The girl's name is Charlotte. So just when she thought her story ended, another one began. They say all love stories look the same and taste different. Mine was venomous, disgraceful, and written in scarlet scars. My name is Charlotte Richards, but you can call me Venom. That's what the end of the synopsis says, but I believe it's like a brother's best friend, or no, not brother's best friend. Best friend's best friend, I think. Because then she meets another guy after Kellen. I think that's how it goes. So I'm not really sure, but it sounds interesting, and again, another buddy read, so I'm excited for the discussion. And then another very exciting one is for my Happily Ever After 24-hour romance readathon, which, if you didn't know, we are going through the off-campus series as a group, and there is another Discord if Discord isn't your thing. Like, I'm sorry, there's so many Discords, but there is a Discord for this, and we do a group book to read together. I do some sprints during that 24-hour period. We are on the third book of the off-campus series already, which is called The Score, and this one follows Dean and Allie. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've heard this one is a lot of people's favorites actually, because Dean is like the fan favorite of the hockey group of boys. Like I said, there will be sprints, so if you want to read along with us, you can. I haven't yet finished The Mistake as I'm filming this, and that's book 2, which we read last month. I was terrible and just put it down after I read like 100 pages because of my slump, but I am going to finish it for sure before starting book 3. So I guess I should actually also include that in June's TBR. So So I am currently reading it and I have to finish it before I can get to book 3. So yes, there's that. And then I have a Colleen Hoover on this month's TBR because it is a pick for my family book club. We're reading Maybe Someday, and I'm really excited about this one because the main character's name is Sydney. So that's gonna be fun. Even though it's spelled differently, I'm still looking forward to it. So this is about Sydney living in an idyllic bubble. She's a dedicated student with a steady job on the side. She lives with her best friend, has a great boyfriend, and the music coming from the balcony opposite hers is fast becoming the soundtrack to her life. But when Sydney finds out her boyfriend is cheating on her, the bubble bursts. The mysterious and attractive man behind the music, Ridge, oh my gosh, that's such an interesting name, gives Sydney hope that she can move on, and they begin to write songs together. But moving on is harder than she expects. Sydney can only hope, maybe someday. Colleen Hoover draws you in to this passionate tale of music, love, and betrayal. So interesting. I'm hoping I love it. Colleen Hoover never misses for me, but we'll see. I still have quite a few of her books to get through, so this one is also a series. So yeah, looking forward to it. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Okay, so that's the 7 books on my June TBR. I really hope I can read them all. So please send me all the good vibes, all the good luck. I'm feeling good, but I know that my days are gonna get crazy and I'm gonna have to prioritize and set aside specific reading time. So I need someone to keep me accountable on that, because when my life gets too hectic, I forget that I need to read because I need to create content for you guys. Like, it's all inclusive and I don't want to fall off. I need to stay on track. This is my first time I'm having like a run-in with my personal life kind of affecting booktube, because for my whole first year on booktube, I did not have much going on at all. So it was really easy to just sit around and read all day, vlog it and make videos and create content for you guys. But now, as like my life is actually having some like major events come into play, I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm not good at time management. I really am not. So I'm working on it, but I appreciate you all sticking with me, and I'm really excited for just everything that is to come with these big life changes and with my move and stuff. I'm really excited to share like more of a lifestyle situation with you all and with other fun vlogs and things like that. But yeah, that is gonna be it for this video. I also wanted to make sure you guys are following me on Instagram because things are a fun time over there. I also do have a TikTok that I just announced on my Instagram stories about it today. It's not bookish or anything, but I am trying to post more consistently on TikTok, even though I have a love-hate relationship with the app. I think it's a fun time anyways to just like casually make stupid videos and embarrass myself, you know, just have fun with it. So I am posting more consistently on TikTok and on my Instagram. So I'll have them linked down below if you would like to follow me there. I'd love to have you. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video and I hope you're having a great day. I will see you in my next one. Bye!